boy, Hennythemoor, reporting live from the liquor store. How's everybody doing today, man? And hey, we smoke on that Rams pack today, man. I put them boys in the blunt. It's over with. Beat them boys by 23 points. Dallas Cowboys continue their dominance at AT&T Stadium. 11 straight wins at the big house, man. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Hey, so we're going to celebrate inside the liquor store today, man. Free drinks on me. Y'all slide through. Like, we already done slapped the shit out the Rams and they fans, so you know I can give y'all some free beverages when y'all slide in here over here, man. So y'all know the usual rules of engagement. When y'all slide in, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that share button. Make sure you slap the shit out of a Rams fan, an Eagles fan, anybody that you can catch slipping, because it's like that right now. It's up. But hey, man, like my boy Justin Kitchen said, Dak is a grown man. Let's go, haters. Hey, Dak Prescott played phenomenally, man. But hey, y'all know what to do when y'all slide in here, man. But let me show y'all some love. I see some folks already in the liquor store with me. Talk Cowboys, I see you. My boy Justin Kitchen in here helping us practice manifestation. My boy Peasy in the building. Miss Wonder, what's up with you? Hey, they ducking you. Hey, they gotta get all the smoke. They gotta get all the smoke, man. They've been talking crazy for a very long time. But hey, Dak Prescott in the offense exploded today, man. Run game still left a little bit to be, to be said, to be wanted. There's still room for improvement right there. But, overall, the Dallas Cowboys passing game, if we just focus on their passing game, they were the best the Dallas Cowboys passing game has looked the entire year. It took some time, but hey, Paul, what's up with you, man? I see you. My boy Johnny Woods said them boys done whooped on both New York and Los Angeles teams. They're what you call kicking ass from coast to coast. Hey, real talk though, man. But hey, man, y'all know what to do, man. First and foremost, hit that like button. The more likes we get over here on YouTube, on Facebook, on whatever platform you on, the more that those platforms will promote the content. So if you got love for your boy Henny, you want to see the content improve, want to see the platform grow, all you got to do, man, is hit that like button. It goes a very long way in improving the quality of the content and improving how many eyeballs actually are able to see it. Hey, I said Brock Purdy out there playing bad football. You said Brock Purdy just got picked in the red zone nonetheless. Oh yeah. Hey, they said that Brock Purdy was an elite quarterback. They had that man in the MVP conversation, and now they got that man out here looking horrible. Hey, y'all have to stop the music. They can't do that. Justin Kitchen, yeah, man. Horrible. What's up with you, Demetrius Adams? I see you. Thank you for coming through and showing love, man. So yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button for your boy, man. After you hit that like button, make sure you turn right back around and hit that share button. Because first and foremost, your mama told you sharing was caring. But what we really are doing here in the liquor store, we are practicing manifestation. We're trying to manifest the 6th championship for the Dallas Cowboys. It's well overdue. It's time, and we need all the good luck and positivity to go in our direction. So if you drop emojis, man, make sure you drop 6 of them things. When you share the content, make sure you share the content 6 times. You can share it to 6 different Facebook groups. You can share it to 6 different group chats. You can share it to 6 different friends, 6 different foes. It does not matter. Make sure you hit that share button 6 times so we can manifest that 6th championship. Said since he got some receivers. Yeah, since he got some dollars at receiver. Darian Sutton said CeeDee did his thing. We're going to talk about all the good. Right? We're going to talk about all the good. Because Dallas Cowboys don't play again until Sunday. We got a week to discuss the areas that we need to improve in. Today, we're going to bask in this victory. We're going to talk about what we did good and the improvement that we saw on the field that led to us scoring 43 points. That led to Dak Prescott throwing 4 touchdowns. That led to CeeDee Lamb, having his best game of the season. We're going to talk about those things. We're going to talk about all the good things. So, we ain't going to trip on nothing else. So y'all done hit that like button. Y'all done hit that share button. And y'all make sure the most important thing y'all can do, make sure you slap the shit out of an Eagles fan. Because if you slap the shit out of an Eagles fan, I will be able to give you half off on all the merchandise inside the liquor store. And we got exactly what you need to succeed over here, man. We got Cowboys, we got gin, we got hen, and everything else under the sun that can make you sin. So tap in with your boy, Hennythemoor, and come get drunk with your boy in the liquor store, man. Straight like that. So, hey, y'all done did all the most important things right now, man. Y'all done hit them likes. Y'all done hit them shares. You done slapped up an Eagles fan. We ain't got to touch the Rams. Like, they only had one fan anyway, and we all done slapped the dog shit out of them already. So, you ain't got to even touch them. But make sure after you hit that like, after you hit that share, after you hit that Eagles fan upside the head, make sure you hit that Cash App or that Super Chat, man. Because, we are still holding a raffle for multiple prizes over here inside the liquor store. We got a copy of Madden 24 we'll be giving away. We got a Dallas Cowboy jersey of the winner's choice we'll be giving away. And we will also be giving away a Dallas Cowboys bobblehead. So if any of that tickle your fancy, if any of that is up your alley, or if you just want to support your boy Henny, you can send $5 to the Cash App. It's $Hennythemoor. Or you can send it through Super Chats or Super Stickers, because thank God we are monetized at this point. So we're running the raffle until, Wednesday. Wednesday is the last day that you get your raffle entries in. Because after Wednesday, we will draw the winner on Thursday the 2nd. And, we'll figure out the three folks that won these prizes. So if you're trying to get your entries in, make sure you hit the Cash App or the Super Chat. And again, we will wrap this up on the 1st and do the drawing on the 2nd. So make sure y'all have your notifications turned on. But now with all of that out the way, let's go ahead and jump into the content, man. Let's go ahead and jump into the content. So Dallas Cowboys absolutely dominated the Los Angeles Rams from the jump. We went down there on the opening possession. And listen, Dallas Cowboys found out right before the game started that we were not have Tyron Smith. They expected to have him. We were not expecting to go into battle without our future Hall of Famer at the left tackle position. And early on in that first drive, it showed, because Dak Prescott was under siege to start this game. If I'm not mistaken, he got sacked like 3 times on the opening drive. Aaron Donald got a sack. The other boy got a sack. Was under constant pressure. Like, the offensive line to start the game did not play good. But we overcame that. We were able to put together a good drive. We went down there and scored an opening touchdown. And it boded well. Like, you could really tell from the start of the game, once Dak Prescott was able to hit Jake Ferguson, over the middle for that touchdown in the end zone. It was up from there. That was a key component we have been missing from this passing offense. Really all season. Like, it was just Jake Ferguson's second receiving touchdown of the year. We know the tight ends have not really played up to par. Numerous drops. Really some no-show from them for a large portion of the season. But Jake Ferguson really showed up this game. Showed himself to be open, made plays, got open in zone. Like I said, made a very tough. It was a beautiful throw and catch, but that was a very tough catch that he made in the end zone. So I want to give Jake Ferguson his flowers before we even go any further, because he played a real good game. And that is something that has been missing from this offense. If the tight ends can show up and they can be a threat to these defenses up the seams, then we will have an offense that will strike fear in any defense that we play. It's there. It's been there. There've been some time where Dak missed the throw. There've been some times where the tight ends dropped the ball. We've had numerous touchdowns by the tight ends dropped in the end zone. So it was a real beautiful thing to see them be able to go out there and score on the opening drive, and to see Jake Ferguson get the touchdown. So those were steps in the right direction. We've been looking for our tight ends to give us some production, and we actually seen it this game. So salute to Jake Ferguson. Phoenix Rising, what's up with you, my boy? He said, what's up? We got to clean up that O-line. Yeah, we got to pray about that O-line. Hopefully, speaking of the O-line, let's go ahead and segue into that. I did mention that Tyron Smith, our starting left tackle and our future Hall of Famer, did not play. But let me see if I can find the report right here. Nope, that's not it. That's not the one. That's not the one. Y'all bear with me. I'm finna just scroll through here. Okay, here it go. So Calvin Watkins talked to Jerry Jones in regard to Tyron Smith. Of course, he missed this game with the neck stinger. He said, we all thought Tyron was going to go until the last second, and probably better part of valor was to not play him today. Jerry Jones went on to say, if this was the Super Bowl, they would have played Tyron Smith. That sounds like somebody that will probably be able to play for you next week, but because the way that they go about this, like they always say, have some crazy stuff going on with Tyron Smith. You never really know what the hell is going on with Tyron. Because remember, he was a game time decision for the Cardinals game, and he was a complete scratch. He was a complete scratch the following week. So he went from being a game time decision to being ruled out like that Friday before the next game. Right? So I'm going to monitor the Tyron Smith injury, especially with Chuma Edoga. He came in. He was shaky to start. I ain't going to even lie to you. Like Chuma was very shaky. But, he went down. He got hurt. So we need Tyron Smith to play against the Philadelphia Eagles next week. I ain't going to hold you. It will be a very long game if Tyron Smith is out and they throw in Awesome Richards. I love Awesome. I believe he will grow into that role down the line. But on that Brandon Cooks touchdown, like he got beat so bad. Like thank God Dak Prescott got that ball off to Brandon Cooks for that touchdown. Like thank God, because my boy Asim, he got whooped bad on that rep. He got whooped bad on that rep. I ain't gonna lie to you. It worked out in the end because Brandon Cook got that touchdown, but Jesus. So let's hope that Tyron Smith will be able to play come Sunday afternoon when we travel to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. And basically we'll be playing for first place in the NFC East. They're a game. They play one more game than us, but we win head to head. I think we'll have a better divisional record. We have not lost a game within our division yet. So I do think that will put us in first place. I could be wrong with the way that they deal with these tiebreakers and things like that, but it's a start in the right direction. It's a start in the right direction to reclaiming, the top spot in the NFC East. Because remember, our division is good. When you got a real good division, that means either A, you're going to be a top seed, or B, you're going to be a wild card team. So the go from the 1 seed to the 6 seed is what we're talking about right now. From the 6 seed to the 1 seed is what we're talking about. Phoenix Rising said, I heard they're icing Tyron Smith because his money is not guaranteed this year. They're trying to keep him under a certain number of games played for the season. I mean, with the way that the front office operates, if that came out to be the case, I wouldn't be surprised. They make everything about money and politics in Dallas. So if that is what's going on with Tyron Smith, I wouldn't put it past the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not saying that is what it is, but we all know that the almighty dollar rules everything in Cowboys Nation. So, hey, I just hope and pray, that he's able to go next week because we need him. Like, we need him. Keep the politics out of it. Keep the money out of it. If Tyron Smith is healthy enough to play, we will need him against this Eagles front seven. I mean, it makes sense, but it shouldn't make sense like that. Because think about it. What if this was a closer game? What if the Rams came out here on fire and our defense didn't show up? What then? What if we were in a shootout when we needed Tyron Smith out there on the field? So, it makes sense for the front office and Jerry Jones. It does not make sense for us, the fans, and the players who are out there trying to win games, and us who are trying to see games won. But what's up with my boy Keystone in the building, man? I see you. Hey, everybody coming in, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that share button. Make sure you go ahead and slap an Eagles fan. Right, we rocking out in the liquor store, man. We rocking out in the liquor store tonight. Damn, Purdy threw another pick. Damn, man, they can't ever say nothing about that. Speaking of which, salute to Dak Prescott. He tied Tony Romo for the most 300-yard, 4-touchdown games in franchise history. The announcer actually got it wrong. They, on the graphic they showed that Dak Prescott had 7. He actually has 6 of them. So he actually tied Tony Romo. But hey, that's still great company to be in. And he played phenomenal football. Man. So a couple things, without even looking at the overall numbers real quick, a couple things I just wanted to point out about the Dallas Cowboys. One, they targeted CeeDee Lamb way more this game. And because of it, he made them look good. In fact, let me pull up some numbers, man. Let's go ahead and take a look at the box score real quick. Let's go ahead and take a look at the box score real quick, man. Hey, man, you should be proud of your team, man. Regardless of what people say, listen, we already know what the narratives were going to be, man. We know the narratives. We know they're going to try and downplay this shit. Like, they're going to say, man, it was just the Rams. Like, Dak Prescott played good against the Rams. And then they will leave out the fact that the Rams had only given up 4 passing touchdowns the entire year. They only gave up 4 passing touchdowns the entire year. And then they turned around and let Dak Prescott throw for 4 passing touchdowns in this game alone. So they were playing real good football coming into this game. Hey, salute to my boy Charlie Jones in the building, man. I see you. Anthony Jefferson said ESPN and FS1 going to make excuses for Brock Purdy tomorrow. They always do. They're going to say that he came back from concussion too early or some bullshit like that. Yeah, facts, Jeff. I'm damn proud of them boys, man. Yo, Chris Wilson, what's up with you, man? They were tapping in and showing love to the liquor store. Y'all make sure y'all run them likes and shares up for your boys, man. Said Keystone. They think he's the second coming of Montana. Nah, man, he ain't Montana. He might not be Jeff Garcia while they out there playing with that. While they out there playing like that, man. Brock Purdy may not even be as good as Jeff Garcia. Said, do I believe that we'll make a move, Bear? I want us to make a move, but realistically, I do not believe that we will. I don't believe we will, especially after what we just saw. Jerry Jones is the kind of person just saw his team beat a professional team by 23 points at home. So he doesn't believe it. He doesn't believe it. He doesn't believe they need anything else. Remember, he's the dude that always said he likes his guys. He likes his guys. The guys that are currently on this team went out there and beat the dog shit out of another professional team. So I don't think that he'll do it. Should he make a move? Of course. Like, even if you're a great team, you always look to improve the talent on your roster to make yourself an even better team. Like, it's very hard to win in the NFL, especially win a Super Bowl. So you need, the stockpile talent. You need to, have your roster loaded with exceptional players in order to get over the hump. So I like our team too, but I also believe the Dallas Cowboys should always be open to adding more players to improve our odds of going on a run. It could be another offensive lineman. It could be another tight end. It could be another linebacker or another wide receiver. Any person that you think would make your team better should be brought in for a cup of coffee at least. Especially if they don't want much in a trade to get somebody. Like, if it only costs you a 6th, a 5th, or whatever to get a player that can improve your team, you should make a move. Now, granted, I don't know the ins and outs of what the front office is doing, but you should always be open. You should always be open. Yo, Lamont, what's up with you, my guy? They were tapping in and showing love to the liquor store. But let me go ahead and share this box score real quick. But that was a great question, man. DC for Light Texas, what's up with you, man? Said, turn TV on Weiner's game just now in time to see Brock Purdy throw another pretty interception. LOL. DC for Life, let's freaking go. Cowboys love number 6. Hey, straight like that, man. Straight like that. All right, so let's go ahead and pull up this box score right quick. So Dallas Cowboys scored 17 first quarter, 16 second quarter, only 3 points in the third, and we wrapped it off with a touchdown in the fourth. So we did exceptional. Matthew Stafford was held to 162 yards passing. Remember, and listen, he got hurt. He couldn't finish the game, but we did. He wasn't doing real good before he left the game. Like they weren't doing real. Their offense was not doing a lot at all. Regardless, they weren't doing much before he got injured. And we all know that he is a quarterback that was top in the league in passing yardage. And one of the things that we did say, though, we said that it was the efficiency of this passing offense that left a lot to be desired. Like, they can get yardage, they can move the ball, but again, they had almost as many interceptions as touchdowns on the season. That hasn't changed. 1 touchdown pass, 1 interception. Look at your quarterback, though. Look at your quarterback, Dak Prescott. 25 of 31, 304 yards, 4 passing touchdowns, and 1 fluky-ass interception that was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Again, I know folks were talking crazy about that interception on Twitter, but that really wasn't even on him. It got knocked down at the line of scrimmage. It got tipped again by the tight end, and then it ended up getting intercepted. Pass got tipped twice and ended up as a pick, but whatever. I don't care about interceptions. As long as you're throwing a shit ton of touchdowns, you could give me a pick here and there. I will take 4 touchdowns and 1 interception every ball game, and I can damn near guarantee you 4 touchdowns and 1 pick will win most of every game that you play in. So I ain't concerned about that. So on the season, Prescott now has moved to 10 passing touchdowns, only 5 interceptions, and he's completing a very high percentage of his passes. Like, coming in, he was completing over 69%. Over 69% of his passes he was completing coming in. And he completed 80% of his passes this game. So this game he completed 80. He was completing 69% of his passes coming into the game. Dak Prescott has been playing real good football. He's been playing real good football. So, I'm not going to be the person that sit there and talks about drop touchdowns and things like that. But he had an opportunity to have way more touchdowns on the year. We had numerous drops in the red zone, numerous touchdowns called off. So yeah, Dak Prescott was playing his ass off, man. And listen, he put together back-to-back weeks of great production. He was great against the Chargers. He was even better today against the Los Angeles Rams, who actually might be a better statistical defense than the Chargers. I know the Chargers got better names, but you're talking about production. Like, the Rams, were a better defense on paper than the Los Angeles Chargers were. So, it is what it is. But I loved it. I love seeing what I seen from the Dallas Cowboys. He said Dak throwing lasers like Troy Aikman. Yeah, he was balling, man. Dak Prescott showed his naked ass today. All right. So Tony Pollard, 12 carries, 53 yards. Like I said, I'm not going to focus on that. That's my biggest concern is this run game right now. We really didn't get much going on the ground. It did not come back and bite us this game. But, like I said, I'm focusing on the good. We got enough time down the line to talk about the bad and the ugly. So I'm going to focus on the good. But, make a mental note of that in the liquor store. I am not happy with the way that the Dallas Cowboys have been running the football. I am not happy by any stretch of the imagination. All right, so let's see. Go to our stats. All right. So Dak Prescott was your second leading rusher this game. 4 carries for 19 yards. A majority of it came on 1 play. He scrambled for a first down. Great job by Dak Prescott. I said the Chiefs fumble at their own 10-yard line. Yeah, they're not playing good football. They're not playing good football at all. And listen, the 49ers appear to not even be a threat. All right, so they're back down at the Cincinnati 14. Yeah, 434 Cowboy. Run game has been non-existent, but we will have to hope and pray that they get it together. I really don't know what else they can do. But hey, be blessed, Jameson Taylor. I'll see you tomorrow, my boy. All right, so Dallas Cowboys, 53 yards from TP, 19 yards from Dak. All right, let me see. How many rushing yards we ended up with? 53 plus 19 plus 18 plus 12. All right, we still ended up with 102 yards rushing. That's not great, but it's, we did enough. We did enough to generate a bit of a run game. We had 102 yards altogether because the 3-yard run by Brandon Cooks was, offset by the negative 3-yard run by by Cooper Rush. So we ran for 102 yards. Not great, but it is what it is. But the star of the show, Mr. 88, CeeDee Lamb, 12 receptions, 158 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That is the all-pro CeeDee Lamb that I know. That's the guy that shut everybody up last year when people were saying he wasn't the number 1 receiver. That's the guy that made us a believer. 12 catches, 158 yards. And one thing I will show love to for my boy Mike McCarthy, because it has not always been pretty over the course of the season. I ain't gonna lie to you. It ain't been pretty all season. But one thing he did do this game, he targeted CeeDee Lamb a lot. So in order to have 12 catches, you have to have at least 12 targets, right? Said 49ers touchdown. Good for them. In order to have 12 catches, you got to have at least 12 targets. So he had at least 12 targets. I think they targeted my boy 15 times. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they targeted my boy 15 times, and he caught 12 of them. So, CeeDee Lamb was masterful, got open, made the boys look pathetic. Completely destroyed their zone coverage. When they did man up against him, he ate their lunch. So there was really no coverage that they could throw at CeeDee Lamb and stop him. They tried zone, ate it up. They tried man, ate it up. There was nobody that could hang with CeeDee Lamb this game. And this is what we've been wanting. This is what we've been wanting in this passing offense. So things that I noticed that improved and had a positive effect on this offense. We targeted CeeDee Lamb much more. That's the main thing in my opinion. We targeted CeeDee Lamb. Another thing, we implemented more pre-snap motion this game than I think we did the entirety of the rest of the season. Like, we used a shit ton of motion, and it paid dividends. They did not handle the pre-snap shifts and the pre-snap movement well at all, and we made them pay for it time in and time out. The entirety of the game, we tore their ass up on motion. So, more targets to CeeDee Lamb, we've been begging for it. More pre-snap motion, we've been begging for it. Less mirrored concepts, we've been begging for it. Dak Prescott used his legs more. Matter of fact, I think I got myself a clip for that. All right, here it go. So according to Michael Gilkin, right, because Dak Prescott did his post-game interview, and he said one of the reasons he felt that they lost to the 49ers was that he did not use his legs enough. He felt if he had used his legs more, they could have won that game. And he said because of that loss, because he felt he didn't run enough, that he made a conscious effort to use his legs and his athleticism more these last 2 games. It's rough. Denver done scored again. He said that was something I took out of that game. I've got to get that going. He said it's a preparation thing. Been repping it through practice week. Has tapped more into athleticism these last 2 games. And listen, like Dak Prescott running for first downs, running for positive yardage goes a long way. He didn't run for a touchdown this game, but what he did do, right? What he did do correctly was utilize his legs. He ran for first downs. He got out of harm's way. He extended plays. The last touchdown he threw to CeeDee Lamb, like he made that play happen because he broke the pocket. When he broke the pocket, the safety lost track of CeeDee Lamb, and he tried to come down and help on Dak Prescott, try to prevent him from running for a first down. Dak kept his eyes down the field and hit CeeDee Lamb for a wide open touchdown. So it doesn't always have to be running with the football. If you extend the play with your legs, if you escape the pocket and escape the sack, that goes a long way in helping. Because it's hard to cover people in the NFL, man. These dudes are monsters. They're bigger than everybody, faster than everybody. They are hard to keep up with. So if you have to take your eyes off of somebody to try and see where the hell Dak Prescott is running off to, like that causes mayhem in the back end. And we saw that on that nice ass touchdown to CeeDee Lamb. So yes, Dak Prescott made a conscious effort to run the football more. And listen, I think that it should have been something that happened earlier. I think that he should have continued to run the football earlier on in the season. Earlier on into the season. Because Mike McCarthy himself said after the initial 2.3 seconds within this offensive scheme, that once you get through the initial 2.3, 1, 2, nobody's there, nobody's open, then the scramble drill is the next play. He said that's how it's taught. He said that's how they performed it in this offense. And listen, defensive coordinators get paid a lot of money, just like offensive coordinators get paid a lot of money. You are not going to always win on the initial play. But when you have a quarterback that has mobility, when you have a quarterback that can get out of the pocket, if you have a quarterback that can extend plays and run for first downs, that is key. No, that is key. Because once you get to the second play, like somebody's gonna get open. Somebody's gonna come back and help the quarterback. My boy Kevin Hicks said we getting Mississippi State Dak back now. Because in Mississippi State, Dak Prescott was Cam Newton. He was Cam Newton. He was basically Cam Newton. So I wouldn't go that far. Cause that man rushed for like 40. He rushed for like 40 touchdowns or some shit. He ran for a bunch of yards and touchdowns in Mississippi State. I don't think we'll ever get that version of Dak Prescott back because he's 30 years old. Already had a significant leg injury that took some of his athleticism away. But we are going to get a Dak Prescott, hopefully, that will use the athleticism that he does have, that will extend plays, that will make things happen. And that's important for this offense, man. That's very important for this offense, especially with the weapons that we have. But even if the quick game isn't there, even if the defense holds up in the initial 2.3 seconds, they're not going to be able to keep track of CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks during the scramble drill. They're just not. My boy said Air McNair. Hey, we can use the Air McNair right now, man. Now people be sleeping on my boy McNair, man. Not only did he take a team to the Super Bowl, man, he was also a league MVP. So hey, if Dak Prescott can be McNair, shit, we're good. We're good. All right, so let's see. We talked about CeeDee Lamb. We also had an appearance by Brandon Cooks. 3 catches for 49 yards, average 16.3 yards a catch. He did it. Hey, he did his damn job, man. He was a very reliable number 2 option for the Dallas Cowboys. A very reliable number 2 option. So you look at here, your receiving leaders. Of course, like I mentioned, CeeDee Lamb, 12 catches, 158 yards. Brandon Cooks, 3 catches, 49 yards. Jake Ferguson, 4 catches, 47 yards. Now, that's much better production than what we've been getting. He said Warren Moon. Y'all, hey, I love Warren Moon, man. I love Warren Moon, but y'all know Warren Moon only had 3 playoff wins in his entire career, right? So I would prefer for him to be, and listen, Warren Moon's a Hall of Famer. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play. You know, you can't take none of that away from him, but he only had 3 playoff wins. I would prefer for him to, I would prefer for Dak Prescott to be a Steve McNair, a Steve Young. Like I would prefer for him to be one of those quarterbacks. I prefer for him to at least get to a Super Bowl, win a Super Bowl. One of those. I want that. I want that on Dak Prescott's resume. And again, this is no shade. I love Warren Moon. Groundbreaking at the time. You know, one of the best quarterbacks in the league in a time where people were, you know, still down on having black quarterbacks. So he was a trendsetter, a trailblazer, and everything else. But when it's all said and done, I would prefer for Dak Prescott to have a career like a Steve Young or a Steve McNair. You know, hell, a Cam Newton. Cam Newton won MVP and went to a Super Bowl. So I would take that. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that. And this is no shade against Warren Moon, because I got nothing but love and respect for him. But yeah, so, hey, another thing I was happy about. Michael Gallup was not heavily involved in the pass game like that. He was really your 4th receiver in terms of catches. 2 receptions for 20 yards. I'm fine with that. He's your number 3. And then Jake Ferguson, as your tight end number 1, stepped up, so he became the more valuable 3rd option. So, hey, and in my opinion, man, this is how it should be. It should be majority of the targets to CeeDee Lamb, occasional shot plays to Brandon Cooks. Jake Ferguson worked in the seams, and that should be your big 3 in the passing game. That should be your big 3 in the passing game. What's up, Double R? I see you. He said Cowboys look very stout on both sides of the ball today. They did. They did, man. Salute to Michael Parsons. He got himself another sack. I really need to pull up everybody's stats, man. Because there was a game that was so dominant, I'm going to have a hard time going through every single person that acted the ass. But one person I cannot forget, Deron Bland. Deron Bland has 4 interceptions on the year. 3 of them were for touchdowns, man. Deron Bland, 4 picks, 3 touchdowns. So put that into perspective. Salute to PFL, for they actually got a very interesting metric right here. Deron Bland has more touchdown passes caught than Calvin Ridley, Jalen Waddle, Tyler Lockett, T. Higgins, and Devontae Smith. Like there are wide receivers out there that don't have as many touchdowns as Deron Bland. There are wide receivers that don't have as many touchdowns as Deron Bland. Yeah, it's over with for the 49ers, man. They put everything in their soul beating the Dallas Cowboys. They beat the Cowboys by 100 points and they ain't been shit since. So congratulations, because hey, Cowboys on a two game win streak. 49ers going to be on a 3-game losing streak. I would take that. Bengals beating the shit out the 49ers, the 69ers, whatever you want to call them boys, man. They said Broncos players said they wasn't getting traded today. They ain't finna get traded. At least not after this showing. Wow. 9-21. Patrick Mahomes, man. I can't believe this man getting beat up like this. They said they won the Cowboys Super Bowl. Yeah, man. That's the most important thing for them. Yeah, 49ers going to lose their 3rd straight game, man. Gonna lose their third straight game. I love it though. I love it. Listen, it's more important for us to continue winning the rest of our games than that other game is. Because now, listen, even if we had beat the 49ers, if they had also lost all these other games, nobody would hold any weight in that win for us anyway. In the grand scheme of things, like they're on a 3-game losing streak. They're not even going to be the top team in their division no more. The 49ers are finna fall, are finna become a wild card team. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. They're finna be a wild card team, dog. Let me see Seattle. Yeah, look like Seattle has beaten. Yeah, look like Seattle has beaten the Browns. So yeah, the Seahawks are finna move to 5-2, and it looks like the 49ers are finna fall to 5-3. So yeah, so Seattle is actually gonna be leading their division. The 49ers will fall to a wild card from being a top seed. And of course, hey, shit changes. Like this stuff gonna go back and forth the entirety of the year. But yeah, man. So wow. So hey, after 49ers, Dallas Cowboys get to play Seattle down the line, and Seattle's gonna be the team that's actually leading their division right now. So we can look forward to that Seahawks game. Oh man, listen, Big Ben and Rich, I don't be watching none of them haters, man. There's a bunch of haters be out there talking crazy about the Cowboys win, lose, or draw. So I don't give them energy. I don't give them clicks. I don't give them views. Because at the end of the day, what they want are your eyeballs on their stuff, so they can continue to get paid for saying bullshit. So I ain't finna watch none of their stuff. I don't care if they on Dak dick. I don't care if they say we're Super Bowl favorites. I don't care what they say, because it's all fake love. It's fake love and really fake hate. A lot of these folks read from a script. They don't really tell y'all how they really feel. Some of them folks might actually be closeted Cowboys fans. They got to say stupid stuff on TV for ratings. Some of these folks that show us love might hate our guts in real life. And they got to be, the people that prop us up, because they got to have those dialogues going back and forth. So man, I don't be watching that WWE shit. I don't be watching that WWE stuff they be got going on national television. Because it's all for clicks and views, man. Some of them folks don't mean nothing they say. That's why you're better off watching content creators. If you want to hear about the Bengals, you should go watch a Bengals content creator. If you want to hear about the Cowboys and what's really going on, go and watch the Cowboys content creators. You want to know what's really going on in the inner workings of the 49ers, go watch a 49ers content creator, because they really tapped in. They really love their team. They really got feet on the ground. They really spend money and invest on what they're doing. So, in my opinion, man, you don't even need to watch these big networks, man. Every team, all 32 teams has content creators. All 32 got content creators, man. So if you really want to tap in and know what's going on and get that real, then go tap in with their nation, man. What's up, Justin Kitchen? Yeah, man. Hey, I'm just being for real. A lot of these dudes are cartoon characters. And of course, my brother, hey, let's say a quick prayer for my brother Jameson Taylor as he goes through dialysis, man. Father God, please watch over our brother, Lord. I pray that everything goes well during his treatment, Father God, that you return him to good health, Lord. Please be with him, be with his family. Watch over him, Lord, and be a comfort for him, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray, Lord. Amen. But yeah, we always gonna say prayers for you, man. You ask for prayer, we always gonna pray for you, Jameson. So God bless you, man. And I pray everything goes well with you. Jay Rakuda said, I haven't watched that crap in 10 years. Man, listen, you ain't missing nothing. You ain't missing nothing. Cause them boys be out here wilding. You ain't missing nothing. They like I said, it's all about clicks and views. All about clicking views, man. Y'all know I really love the Cowboys. We really passionate about it over here. That's why y'all rock with us. Even if I'm wrong, at least I didn't say it, to stir the pot. Like, even if I'm wrong, like, I believe that at the time until new information comes out. And that's why y'all rock with us. because we're passionate. We put the work in. We talk to the actual players, follow the team, go to the games, go to training camp. We be at the draft. Like, that's why y'all rock with us, because we are invested. But yeah, man, so let's continue, man. Y'all make sure y'all continue to shower our brother Jameson Taylor with love, blessings, and good thoughts, man. Jeff said he only watch West Coast Boston Law. Hey, that's love right there, man. But hey, Jeff, make sure you add Landlord from Alabama in there too, man. You know my boy be going in. Like my boy be going crazy with the stuff too, man. So y'all make sure y'all add my boy Landlord to Alabama in there if you ain't already did so. Brock Purdy with his third interception. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Because remember, consistency, all right, cool. Consistency is what makes a good quarterback. Like, anybody can come in. He said Purdy fumbled, okay. It's just not Patrick Mahomes' day. They got him. Listen, they got him. They got him. It be like that sometimes. All right, so let's continue on though, man. So again, you know, we were talking about the stats on the game. We were talking about how good everybody looked, how everybody was balling, how everybody was exceptional. Hey, again, salute to Patrick No C Walker. So CeeDee Lamb actually had 14 targets. 14 targets and caught 12 of them boys. Exceptional. Brandon Cooks, 4 targets, 3 catches. So he caught 75% of the ball thrown his way. That's perfect. Jake Ferguson was perfect. 4 targets, 4 catches, and he showed himself to be a great safety valve for Dak Prescott. So kudos to your passing game. Kudos to your passing game, man. This passing game has been top-notch. He said, Henny, Landlord, West Coast, on the country carriers I watch. Much respect for y'all, real talk. But, hey, we thank you, man. That's love right there. We appreciate you. We appreciate y'all for supporting us, man. It goes a long way, man. Like, y'all the reason that we're able to do the things that we do. You know, y'all showing yourself to be a great audience. Y'all show yourself to be supportive in the content that we put out. So, you know, like, hey, y'all really drive the boat, man. So we appreciate y'all for everything. But yeah, man. Hey, everybody in the liquor store, let's take a real quick light break, man. Let's take a real quick light break. So if you ain't hit that like button just yet, man, do so. If you ain't hit that share button just yet, man, make sure you do so. If you ain't slapped the shit out of an Eagles fan, make sure you do so, man. I got 58 folks watching on YouTube and 47 likes. So please, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. Make sure you hit that Eagles fan upside the head because they deserve it. And also make sure you ain't got your raffle entries in yet. We're going to wrap the raffle up on November the 1st. So if you ain't got your raffle entries in yet, make sure you hit that Cash App. It's $5 or hit that Super Chat. We're giving away Madden 24, a Dallas Cowboys jersey, and a Dallas Cowboys bobblehead. All right, so now that we got that back out the way, we got ourselves a small little hold on, I done lost my train of thought. I'm getting old, man. When you get old, stuff like that happens. Now we had a small little light break, man. Let's continue on with the content. Cause I'm feeling good today, man. I'm feeling real good today. Dallas Cowboys won. It's me and my wife's anniversary tomorrow, so I ain't gonna be grumpy. So hey, like it's a great day, man. It's a great day. Hey, salute to my brother, Mr. Kitchen, for the $20 Cash App, man. They got you 4 raffle entries. Matter of fact, while I'm waiting, let me go ahead and add yours in here to the ones you previously had. Let me find you. So hey, they got you. You're up to 18 raffle entries now, my brother. So salute to you and thank you for the love and support, my guy. And if y'all want to be like Mr. Kitchen and improve your odds of winning one of the 3 prizes, make sure you hit the Cash App or the Super Chat. It said, I got dialysis tomorrow and I should probably go to bed. Well, make sure you get your rest, man. He said, I bet John Lynch shaking his head, looking for Trey Lance. Purdy has been humbled. Hey, I think Brock Purdy is a good dude. I just think that the media and everybody else, their fan base, they crowned him too early. Like, when you don't have a big body of work. Hey, I appreciate that, Justin Kitchen. That's love right there. Hey, I appreciate you too, Todd. Thank you for the anniversary wishes. Miss Green, thank you for the anniversary wishes. And hey, Mr. Kitchen, thank you as well, my brother. I appreciate you, my guy. Like I said, man, y'all the best supporters in the world, man. I appreciate y'all for everything. Let's see though. Yeah, man, these Dallas Cowboys though, I'm so happy for them though, man. Like, real talk. But let me get back to here, because I'm showing this. I ain't got no stats pulled back up. But yeah, Brock Purdy done turned to a pumpkin. But what I was saying though, like, man, you can't anoint somebody and put them into the MVP conversation and they don't even have a full season worth of games played. Like, as you know, like there are ebbs and flows in a season. There's ebbs and flows in a season. So nobody's going to play consistently at the same level through a 17-game season, right? So you really want to have a full season worth of work, before you say that somebody is this or that. James Simmons, thank you for the anniversary love. Jameson Taylor, thank you for the love. Big Benny Rich, thank you for the love, man. I appreciate y'all good folks. Hey, look, oh yeah, man. You know we got landlord, man. We're gonna always support landlord and make sure our brother good, man. HTM says sports refs tried to save Brock from throwing his third pick in the game. He still turned it over. Is it LOL happy birthday? Hey, man. Hey, that is crazy. But yeah, like, they anointed him too quick. Now, he still might end up being a decent quarterback, but they had this man in the MVP conversation. Come on now. It does piss me off, but at the same time, like, the Dallas Cowboys have had issues with the 49ers for a very long time. Like, they've had issues with the 49ers for a long time. And when you think back, like, Aaron Rodgers has never beaten the 49ers in the postseason. He's 0-4 against this same team. And of course they had Jimmy Garoppolo, but Jimmy ain't that great of a quarterback either. Man, folks, listen, honest truth. I know this is a little off subject, but we live in a microwave society where everybody wants already ready for the next big thing. They're always looking for the next Tom Brady. They're looking for the next Steve Young. They're looking for the next Joe Montana. They're looking for the next Patrick Mahomes, and we still got a Patrick Mahomes. So like they be doing stuff like that all the time, man. It's wild. They're just trying to anoint people all the time because they want to say that they found this person or they seen whatever. It's weird. The Lunatic, what's up with you? JVB boy, what's up with you, my guy? Thank y'all for tapping in and showing love to the content. Salute to y'all good people who just now sliding into the liquor store. Yeah, I love it too, JV. And listen, I had to pay a bet off yesterday, so damn well I'm happy to see them lose after that humiliation. I love it. Also, salute to my boy Okoye, man. If y'all don't watch Okoye, he got great film breakdowns and everything else. Make sure y'all give my boy some love. But this is a tidbit to think about for the folks. There's, and he's right with this context. He said this is 4 out of 7 games where the offense didn't play in the fourth quarter. Make sure y'all remember that when we review the stats. This offense has missed a full game's worth of productivity due to being up in the fourth. Okay. It seems I have to point this out while we're all happy, because when they make us mad, we jump to the stats and forget context. They played like their hair was on fire, still improving, but the offense looked like it's starting to click. We have to treat the Eagles game like it's just any other game. I think the whole big game talk is what makes these guys anxious and then make mistakes. It's just another game. Great win. So let's talk about that, man. Again, salute to my boy Koye. Real one. But I do believe that. And that's one thing I will point to with the 49ers game. The Dallas Cowboys talked up how this was a litmus test, how this was a must-win game. They hyped that 49ers game up the entire week. And when it was time to play the game, it ended up being, too big of a moment. They made it bigger of a deal than it had to be. They made it bigger of a game than it had to be. And I agree, they should treat this game like any other old game. Because as I remember, you are the team that consistently beats the Eagles, not the other way around. The Eagles have not beaten Dak Prescott the last three games that they played. Dak Prescott and his offense has scored 40 points or more the last 3 times that he's played the Philadelphia Eagles. They technically have not beaten Dak Prescott in 4 calendar years. Last win against Dak Prescott was in 2019. Of course, for context, I'm not gonna be the person to just throw stuff out without saying it all. Dak missed both games in 2020, swept them in 2021, only played them once in 2022, but still, last 3 games, Dak Prescott has completely obliterated the Philadelphia Eagles. They can't say shit because he also beat Jalen Hurts by over 20 points. I was there for the game. It was wonderful. It was beautiful. Philly. You see, when I start talking about y'all, like y'all pop in, man. What's up with you, my boy? He said this is the new Hurts. Hey, we gonna see. Because the new Hurts is leading the league in turnovers. He got 11. So we're a team that turns the ball over. Right now, Jalen Hurts is a quarterback that's turning the ball over. We're gonna see if he gets it together. Like I said, I'm not gonna take y'all lightly. I be talking crazy about y'all, but I'm not gonna take y'all lightly. He said we definitely slapping filthy fans this week in the liquor store, straight like that. Hey, I appreciate that, my boy. He said this hat is immaculate, and it's on point. I appreciate you, my brother. I do appreciate that, man. I also got another hat, man. I had to go pay off my 49ers bet the other day. I picked up a tan Dallas Cowboys hat, snapback. Exceptional. Hey, that mug hard too. I'm gonna have to find a nice little fit to wear with it. Hey, Philly, it's all love, man. You my boy. We ain't tripping on that. You my guy. At the end of the day, I can't sue up and play for the Dallas Cowboys, and you can't sue up to play for the Philadelphia Eagles. So we can talk our shit, and at the end of the day, let the best man win. Big Ben and Rich said hummingbirds will go down. Hope so. Hey, we need this win. But I definitely think the Dallas Cowboys have the team to beat them. Cole, what's up, boy? Thank you for tapping in, my guy. Thank you for showing love. Said, Henny, tell me you poured cheap whiskey on that 49ers hat and burned it. Well, listen, where I live, I can't burn nothing up, but I believe me, I got rid of that 49ers hat as soon as that bet was over. I got rid of that shit. Said 77 better be 100% versus filthy, because Schumer got nicked up versus Rams had his ankle rolled up. Yes, they believe that Schumer is dealing with a low ankle sprain. Luckily about it, lucky thing about it, they did not say it was a high ankle sprain. That's the more serious of the ankle injuries that he could have. But man, I'm living life, bro. Living life, Cole. Glad you were able to make it in, my guy. Hey, same here, man. Same here. Low is much better than high. Yeah, low ankle sprain is much better than a high ankle sprain. So thank God. Say, if I was you, I would have flushed that 49ers hat down the toilet. Hey, I am a homeowner. If that shit gets stuck, I have to pay for my own plumbing. So I can't do that shit. I can't fuck my plumbing up. Just get rid of. You have to get rid of it. It says, yeah, Sam Howell had a very good game. My boy said 397 and 4 touchdowns against the Eagles. So, hey, salute to my boy Eddie Logan for the $2 super chat. He said Derrick Henry would be nice. Hey, Derrick Henry would be good. But hey, they just won. They rookie quarterback. They just got Will Levi just threw for 4 passing touchdowns. Derrick Henry ran for over 100 yards. They won their game. And they already said that they're not going to trade him. So, they made a step in the right direction today. So I don't believe they're going to be getting rid of anybody, especially now. Said Bup Henry, go get Surtain right now. What's up with your Gorilla Mac? I see you. Man, Dallas Cowboys are not finna go get that man. It would be great. I would love it. But realistically, man, they're not gonna go get that man. Anybody that needs a contract coming up, the Dallas Cowboys are not gonna go get him. Like, I would love for them to go all in, say we'll worry about the money and shit when it's time. But I know this front office, man. Anybody that is super good, because Pat Surtain was an all-pro. Like, Pat Surtain was an all-pro. So, that he gonna be one of the highest paid corners in the league. Jerry Jones ain't trying to deal with that while trying to get that boy CeeDee Lamb to take less money. Jalen Johnson makes sense. Jalen Johnson doesn't have the pedigree of him, so I would definitely do it. Yeah, that bullshit. We like our guys. But hey, everything feels better after a win, though. So I did not agree with Jerry Jones on the "we like our guy" thing, because I still believe the Dallas Cowboys, have the ability to improve this team. I still think there's areas that could use a makeover, areas that we can get players in or better than what we currently have. So I never like that "we like our guys" shit that they be talking about. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But hey, now that we've been sitting here talking for long enough, man, we actually got some post-game shit uploaded on Cowboys Nation. So 27 minutes ago, they uploaded the Dak Prescott post-game interview. And hey, I want to hear what Dak had to say, because that man balled. Like, when you ball, I want to hear your opinion. So hey, I'm ready at this point. Facts, bro. Facts. It adds a whole new dimension to it. But we're gonna play the Dak Prescott post-game interview. That's gonna be the next thing that we look at. Hold on. Let me get my board pulled up and loaded in. It's about 18 minutes long. We're gonna listen to what Dak Prescott had to say in regards to this game, and we'll see what. And hey, he's earned it, man. He earned it. And hey, Jim, Dak Prescott said that himself. He said one of the reasons he felt that they lost was because he didn't use his legs enough in the 49ers game. And he said he made a conscious effort to use his legs the last 2 games. He made a conscious effort to use his legs the last 2 games. She said, damn, that boy nice. Hey, man. So, hey, we can hear it all out the horse's mouth. Hold on. I didn't say start now. I didn't say start. Yeah, start over. All right. Now let me go in here, turn this music off, man. Oh, you didn't know that? He's going to say it in this interview, but I got the meme right here from Michael Gilkin from his report. He said Dak Prescott felt he didn't use his legs enough in week 5. He said he felt that one of the reasons they lost. There was something that I took out of that game. I've got to get that going. It's a preparation thing. Been repping it through practice week, and as you've seen, he's tapped into his athleticism more. He led you in rushing last week. He was second on the team in rushing this week. So Dak Prescott made a conscious effort to use his legs these last 2 games. And that is self-scouting. They used the bye week for that. Dak Prescott self-scouted, felt he needed to run more. He's been running more. So let me go ahead and stop this music, though. All right, and here's number 4.
Fair place you're used to playing at, indoors. A lot of that plays a big part in it. Getting off to an early start, especially noon game, that was huge for us. And just on that streak, that's something that the mentality of these guys. We've set our mind to we're trying to work for something. Last thing we're gonna do is let somebody come in our house and take that from us. So credit to those guys, all those men, just coming in focused. Honestly, credit to Mike and the schedule that we're on that allows us to feel good in these home games. I think that's a huge part of it. And then, just momentum coming off of the bye week. Obviously, we did well out there out west 2 weeks ago, but we wanted to make sure that we continued to build, and I think we did that today. We wanted to take a step in the pass game. I know that was a point for Mike. Get some more attempts out there, and the guys did a great job protecting, getting open. Just a successful win, but as I said, started off just on all 3 phases with the start, and that's the credit to it is the defense with the big plays, then with the touchdown, punt blocked. Guys are ready to go.
Clarence Hill, 4-Star Telegram. Speaking of the start, it didn't start so well. I think you had 2 sacks, maybe 3 sacks, and they got turned away because of the illegal contact.
Thank God for that.
Yes. How did this flip? I mean, from that start with the sacks and then for you guys to do so well in the passing game.
Yeah, I think that's an example of just like playing one play at a time. Obviously, wasn't pretty from the first play to the 3rd or 4th play. And then able to get that, as you said, that DPI, and then just get rolling or what illegal contact is. Each play, man, each play, you've got to be locked in. You've got to be ready to go. Just take it one play at a time, and then getting the momentum, and don't think about the last. As shitty as it was, or it could have been, just move forward, stay in the present. I think the guys did that. I mean, we could have easily put our heads down and started, pouting or griping, or got down on ourselves after the first couple of plays, but. First one, all on me. Second, whenever the next one was, just a schemer. They kind of got us. And then after that, and I think guys do a good job of talking to each other in those situations. I know the offensive line's talking. I'm telling them, hey, that's on me. Don't think that you missed a block or you did something. Like, move on. And guys did that. That we respond to each other, we communicate, and I think that's a huge part in it. And then when you're getting rolling, as I said, that's just the same thing as, hey, one play at a time. Like, just because it was good, doesn't think that, you know what I mean? Just stay locked in and focused, and we're able to do that all night.
The second straight week, Jerry said this was your best game. What kind of rhythm are you in with this offense?
Let's make it 3 next week. I'm in a rhythm. It feels good. It goes into, talked about the system. We've talked about it at nauseum, I guess, going back to the spring, and things just really coming into play. A lot of preparation, being prepared for these games, for these opponents. A lot goes into it. And a lot of it's the other guys, so it's not just me. Part of playing this position. When other guys are playing their best, it makes you look good, and then you get, you're being told about you're playing your best. So we'll take it, but it's early in the year. We've got to keep rolling. As I said, we want to just keep taking this momentum, keep getting better and better, make sure that we're putting our best version of ourselves out there every week that we can, and that means taking a step. So, 5-2, and looking forward to taking a step next week on the road.
Dak, Todd Archer with ESPN. You're over 80% completion rate to CD. Where does that come from?
Work, a lot of work. A lot of time put into it. Talk about depositing the work and being able to withdraw it when you need to, and you can go back into the off season. I mean, from the time we started way back in, I guess, April, maybe even before then, in my backyard, to the time that we spent in mini camp OTAs, to the trips out to Atlanta. A lot of time invested, a lot of trust in that guy. He runs, he knows what I'm thinking. We're always communicating, and I think that's why when it's not going our way, it's frustrating, you know what I mean, because we put so much into it. But he's right now, we're reaping the rewards of everything that we've put into this, and it's only going to continue to grow because all that does is give everybody, himself, the whole team, play caller, everybody more confidence and getting him in positions and allowing us to go to work.
Saad Yusuf, The Athletic. Dak, you guys talk a lot about complementary football, all three phases. That spurt from 10-3 to 26-3, Bland's pick six, the block kick, Turpin's return, and your touchdown pass to Lamb. Just how important is that, and what did you see how the game turned from that point? Yeah,
I mean, it was a lot within a few minutes, honestly, as you said, from the pick six to the blocked punt, 2 points there to another successful drive that ended on a touchdown. Guys taking it one play at a time. I mean, I feel like I'm going to continue to say that, but that's at the end of the day, that's what you have to do. It's what you have to do in this league. You look around the league and you watch how some games go, and you've got to understand there's a lot of ebbs and flows within one game, and when you can catch it when it's hot and strike the match, it's only going to get better, and that's kind of how this team is. We've got to use that momentum that the defense gives us, and they're going to use the momentum that we get, and both sides are going to feed off of the special teams. And so, as you're saying, that's complementary football at its finest when within a couple of minutes you flip the score like that, and now you get to do it. Now we get to do what we want. You know what I mean? Go out there and be aggressive on offense and allow the defense to hunt the quarterback and get after the passing game.
As Jake kind of grows into his role as a tight end, how have you maintained that trust in him, especially on that pass on the first drive for the touchdown, and his catch on that play too?
Yeah, it was a hell of a catch, but there was a lot of trust. I mean, he said, talking to him afterwards, as soon as he saw that look, he knew.
What's up, B-Bird? What's up with y'all?
They
got tapping in.
He made a big catch, and that's what it's about. That's how that trust continues to grow, continues to build. And as you said, he's growing into that position. He's a guy. He's a big-time player. We expect a lot of him. This whole team does. Obviously, you saw the captain today, broke down the team. He's got a lot of energy, a lot of stuff to bring to this team. And so for us, it's just about, giving him more responsibilities and allowing him to really embrace that and know what he means to this team. And he's done a hell of a job at it, and he'll only get better, I can promise you that.
Garrett Podell, CBS Sports. Dak, you talked about wanting to get Brandon Cooks involved. He has 2 touchdowns in his last 2 games after not having any in his first 4. What has changed or evolved in your relationship with him in the passing game?
I mean, he's a guy that's come in and done everything right from day one. As I just said a couple of weeks ago, that I just think he'll start reaping the benefits of the work that he's put into this, what he means to this team. And he's a guy that's played a lot of ball, has a lot of experience. That last touchdown, I didn't honestly know the conversation until afterwards, but that's a play that he went to Mike and told him, hey, I guarantee you this will work because of past plays of running something similar and complementary from that play that allowed us to take the shot on that DB. So it's a guy that has a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, communicates well, and and that touchdown was huge. I mean, he did exactly what he said he was going to do. Said he promised Mike, hey, if you call this, it's going to be good. And from the time that play came in, I knew it was going to be good. That's a play that we've had success at going way back to the spring. Honestly, might have been the first one I threw him in training camp or even before then. And so, the guy does everything the right way. And he's going to continue to do that and be a big-time player for us. And all the rest of the stuff just comes.
Jacob Denimore, the ticket. The last 2 games, you've gotten your legs a lot more involved in the offensive attack. How much of that has been a concerted effort versus just feel for the game?
I mean, it goes into the preparation of the week. Yeah, I've made the effort, been conscious about it throughout the week, watching film, understanding who we're playing. As I said a few weeks ago, out there in San Fran, that was something that I took away from that game is I've got to get that going. It just benefits everybody. I mean, it benefits the offensive line. They'll start rushing different, make blocks easier on them, gets guys open off of their breaks. And so, yeah, I've been very conscious of it. But in the same sense, it's a preparation thing. It's not just something I'm coming out here and doing for the first time. Happens at practice. We're getting reps at it at practice. Guys are understanding how crucial those moments are for us. And as I said, that's an extension of the play, and really the second play begins. And so, yeah, as long as they're giving me lanes, as long as that's happening, that's me listening to my feet, as we've talked about, and just, yeah, playing the game. So it's a little 50-50.
Dak Edwarder, ESPN.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. The guy over here was
Gotcha.
giving me thumbs up. I feel like giving me a little love back there.
This is the second game this season where you've scored in all three phases.
Yeah, for sure.
The only team in the NFL to do that. What is it that allows this team to do that at any point in the game?
Coaching for one. I mean, give credit where where it's due. We've got great coaches. We got great coaches that attack the scheme. They give us a great game plan each and every week. Obviously on all three phases of the game, and really could have been another one, which hurt, right? Yeah, I mean, dynamic players on offense and on special teams, getting these guys in space, and then on defense, just being hungry, being able to attack the quarterback, make him throw off schedule, make him throw in lanes or in tight situations, and we've got playmakers. I mean, we go back way to the spring talking about when I would tell you guys I'm playing the best defense in the league. It's iron sharpens iron, and they gave me a lot of headaches way back then, and then still do when we go best on best in practice. So, I mean, it's credit to the scheme and it's guys believing in the coaches and just going out there and doing what's asked of them at the highest level. And so it's a great situation that we've got going right now between the players, the coaches, and just all three phases, trusting in one another and understanding that we're all going to do our job and what's required of us.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. Dak, how important were those cross-the-hall meetings during the bye week and the discussion with CeeDee after the 49er game to kind of get you guys going a little bit?
Yeah, the across the hall is one of the best things that we do. Obviously, there's not a lot of time that you have, and you can implement that in your schedule. But that's one of the best things that we do. Whether it been the red zone, something that the quarterbacks and Coach Joe Witt were hard on, went in and tried to, he dissected us from a defensive coordinator's point of view and gave us some good things. And that thing's just all around awesome. Then the conversation with CeeDee, as I said, that was just doubling down and making sure he understands and we understand, like, dude, we put a lot of work into this. Like, don't get frustrated. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't allow people to see your frustration of when things aren't going our way. That's the National Football League. None of this is going to be easy, but that's when we've got to be better. That's when we've got to trust one another more. And as we talked about it then, and he said it, these were his words. Nobody's worked harder than us or put more work in than us in the offseason. And as I said, these last two games have been a big vision of that, I guess, or big picture of that. And it's only going to get better. We're only going to continue to work. We're only going to continue to communicate with one another. Mike's doing a great job of putting him in positions to create matchups and, trying to peak.
One more, if I can, your initial thoughts. You got a big one next week at Philly.
Sure.
You had one a couple weeks ago against 49ers. We know what happened there. Just your thoughts about another big game against a title contender.
Excited for it. Anytime you play Philly, obviously in-division rival, know them well. They know us well. Last year, getting to play them, I guess, and then Jalen wasn't playing, and then vice versa. When he's playing, I wasn't playing. Excited for this matchup. Yeah, it's fun. And anytime you go to Philly, it makes it just a little bit more, a little bit more fun. So excited for it. Yeah, excited for it. Going to enjoy this win. Great that it was an early game. Get to enjoy it for the day, and then turn the page tomorrow. And we understand what's ahead of us.
Elwin Henderson, Gilbermere. Dak, obviously, you can feel the confidence this team has. Would you say that you feel better about this team now than you have since you came to Dallas?
It's a good call. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm also older and understand a lot more than maybe other years and in the past when we've had teams. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely things that we've got to get better on. Things we got to improve. A lot of meat left on the bone out there, and I guess you can say in a win like that, how's that? But red zone interception, a play here, a play there. There's always going to be a couple of plays that leave you scratching your head and losing a little bit of sleep over. But that's only going to make you get better. And as I always tell you, we're the biggest critics of ourselves. So we're going to continue to look at ourselves and evaluate, see where we can improve on our strengths and lessen our weaknesses. And so, there's a lot of meat on the bone left in this team, and but we're getting some big wins. We're doing it in a great fashion, complimentary. But yeah, sure, definitely feel great about this team. I think it begins really with the men, the leadership, and then the young talent that we have. It's a great combination of both, and as I alluded to earlier, the coaching. We got great coaching, and so just putting all that together, continuing to try to build, create momentum, and put our best football out there. We'll continue to do that, and the confidence will continue to grow.
Dak, Patrick Walker, DallasCowboys.com. Walking to the locker room behind Deron Bland, you said he's that guy. You set a franchise record today for 3 pick-sixes in the season with a lot more football to play. Can you talk about how special it is for him to not only translate from year 1 to year 2, but also moving positions from nickel to boundary and being able to do that?
Yeah, that's why I said he's that guy. Not a lot of guys being able to move positions like that and make the impact that he's been able to make. Obviously, when you lose a guy like Trayvon, people wonder. Then when a guy like that steps in and he says, "Hey, I'm here and I'm here to play," that's important. That's huge. And he's a mature dude. He's a mature man that prepares the right way, does everything throughout the week. He's not a big rah-rah, even talks much, to be honest with you. But he does it within his play on the field. He does it at practice. As I told y'all, from day one, going back to when he showed up, he made some plays on me that, that you said, this guy knows what he's looking at. This guy knows what he's doing. He's confident in himself. He trusts breaking at the right time, making the right plays. And he's only going to get better. He's young. And because he's approaches the game the right way, he's only going to see more things that he feels confident in jumping. And on the other side, he's got a guy like Stephon to teach him. So he's been impressive, and this is only the beginning.
Last two. Seeing DeMarcus Ware going to the Ring of Honor, what does that mean for you guys to see somebody like that go in the Ring of Honor?
Yeah, that's awesome. Coming back in from halftime, passing all those guys. Yeah, that was a cool moment in the sense, telling DeMarcus congratulations, obviously knowing he went to the Hall of Fame this year. And
hey, Dustin, he looked like a rookie.
Coming back out of half and seeing Charles Haley, Drew Pearson, Roger. Yeah, it's awesome.
Praying the Tyron
It's a guy
plays.
that I grew up being a Cowboys fan, watching and understanding the impact that he's made on this game, on this organization. So happy for him, proud of him. But yeah, I mean, that when you see guys like that in the midst of a game, back and forth, it can only spark something good in you. You know what I mean, and excite you a little bit more. And so it was cool for that moment, as I said, coming in and out of halftime, seeing all of those guys.
To the Eagles game, certainly we're going to build it up, showdown, NFC.
Are you?
It's a big game, but I don't know. Did y'all learn anything from the approach to the 49ers game? Jerry said he learned. He quit talking about it, but I don't know. Did y'all learn anything from how y'all approach the 49ers game to take into your approach maybe to this Eagles game?
I don't believe what you just said.
But Jerry did say he didn't want to talk about the Eagles because he learned his lesson. So
He didn't want to poke the bear.
he didn't want to poke the bear, is what he said.
Pour honey on me. I always say that, You see me and a bear in a fight, pour honey on me. So he can poke it. It's part of it. It's part of the National Football League. Whether we talk or not, we know what's ahead of us. Great opponent. Excited for it. Obviously, opponent we're familiar with, vice versa. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I mean, I know you guys are going to build it up. Obviously, it's part of it. It's your guys' job. And as you should in a big game like this, big rival. Division game, obviously down the road. This game it means something and will mean something as we get further down the line in the season. And so, trust me, the guys in the locker room, myself, we know what this game means. We're not going to compare this to 2 weeks ago. Obviously, yeah, we learned a lot about that, but not to say, in a sense, that's apples and oranges. You know what I mean? Like it's a big game. Don't for a second. Yeah, even want to compare that, to be honest with you. And I know the men that we have. I know how we're going to prepare. I know how we're going to approach the week. And, yeah, it's a matchup we're looking forward to. I can promise you that in Philly. Thank you.
All right. They were finna ask that man like 12 more questions. He had to escape from their ass. But that was your quarterback, Dak Prescott, speaking in regards to what they did differently, their game plan. And hey, shout out to Brandon Cooks, man. That's what a veteran wide receiver does. He went to the coach, said he saw something out there, and listen, he saw what he saw. He saw he saw what he saw. Because hey, Dak said he went to Mike McCarthy, said he seen this. He promised Mike it would lead to a touchdown, and he was a man of his word. So I love the initiative the Dallas Cowboys were taking, man. Like they looked way more crisp. They looked way more, they looked way more. They look way more focused. They look way more explosive, man. Like I don't think the Dallas Cowboys had this many explosive plays in one singular game all year. This is the most explosive the Dallas Cowboys has looked. This is the most touchdown passes Dak Prescott has thrown this season. Also, shout out to Dak Prescott. I'm not sure which one it is, but he either broke or tied the Dallas Cowboys franchise record for 4 touchdown, 300-yard games. The broadcast said that this was his 7th game, and then Todd Archer tweeted that it was his 6th game that he tied. I'm not sure which one it is. I'll do the legwork and the research after the show. But either way, he either tied the record or he broke the record. So shout out to Dak Prescott. How serious is Chuma injury? They have not said just yet. They believe it's an ankle sprain, but they believe it to be a low ankle sprain. Hold on, I got Daddy do this going on. Give me 2 seconds. Bring your cup up here. I got you. All right, it's frozen. It's all come out. Our O-line trash. They didn't play great. Hey, they did not play great at all. But hopefully with Tyron Smith coming back, they'll play a little bit better. But I don't think anybody has been happy with the overall product of the offensive line, because they had troubles run blocking all year, and now they had troubles pass blocking without Tyron Smith. Terrence Steele got beat for a sack again. I love Terrence Steele. He's an exceptional player in the run blocking aspect of it. But dog, he is not having a good season so far. He's not having a good season so far. Romo said it took him 7 years for everything to click, and we're seeing it in Dak. And hey, this is technically like 7 years worth of games for Dak, because he missed 17 games. He missed a season worth of games up to this point in his career. So hey, shout out to Dak Prescott, man. He's definitely playing good football. And it was amazing to hear how much control he had at the line of scrimmage. He was getting in and out of plays, audibling his ass off, bunch of dummy calls. Hey, that Cade is a mug, though, man. He damn near got them to jump a couple times. And even though he did not get them to jump off sides, he got them to show their hands multiple times. He got them to show their hands multiple times. Like, he got them to show their hand that they were blitzing, and then he got into a blitz beater and tore their ass up multiple times in this game. So they had no answer from Dak Prescott at all. And here we go, is lit. Joe, you funny as hell, man. He said, I really wish Josh Ball was available. Why are you playing with me? Why are you playing with me on a Victory Sunday night? It's Victory Sunday. You out here playing with the church's money. Man, y'all crazy, man. It said, Broncos, man. Broncos so petty. I love it. But what I don't love, I had Travis Kelce on my fantasy team. I know he ain't do shit. No, I done took an L. Because, hey, I had Dak Prescott, but I played against CeeDee Lamb. I had Kittle on my team. He ain't do shit. Man, my stuff is bad. I need like 30. Oh, yeah, I done lost my fantasy matchup. Because I had Pacheco and I had Kittle. Kittle only gave me 11 points and Pacheco only gave me 6. Wore my ass out this game, man. So, yeah, Kittle played good. Kittle had 23.9 fantasy points. Now that I look at it, yeah, Kittle had 23.9 fantasy points for me. Travis Kelce and Isaiah Pacheco is really who really kicked my ass. Hey, salute to my boy A Gang for the $5 super, man. They got you another raffle entry, and you know the raffle is for a Dallas Cowboy jersey, a copy of Madden 24, and a Dallas Cowboy bobblehead of the winner's choice. So thank you, A Gang, for your raffle entry. And if y'all want to be like him and improve your odds, hit the Cash App or the Super Chats, man. We're gonna wrap the raffle up on November the 1st. He said Kittle was saving Brock all game. Apparently, you know, I had stopped watching the game and came on here with y'all, so I didn't know Kittle cooked like that. I ain't know Kittle had a great game like that. I just knew that Purdy didn't score much. But yeah, he had some decent fantasy points for me. But Kelce and Pacheco, they took a bad L. Hey, hopefully he tries that stuff next time we play him. Cause I hate that we made Brock Purdy look like an MVP candidate, and then he goes out there. Yeah, I hate that that we made him look like an MVP candidate, and he looked like Mr. Irrelevant again. Now, hate that shit. Also, hey, I'm glad you brought that up, man. Salute to Butter Aubrey, as Dak Prescott calls him. Brandon Aubrey, though, 58-yarder, set the NFL record for most consecutive field goals made to start a career. So he definitely played great football. I would take absolutely nothing from him. I'm glad. Listen, I'm glad I'm wrong about Brandon Aubrey. Brandon Aubrey is kicking like one of the best kickers in the National Football League. He has been exceptional. I have nothing bad to say about Brandon Aubrey. I pray that he's able to continue to kick like this through the playoffs when there's more pressure kicks and things like that. But Brandon Aubrey has been a monster. Like, Brandon Aubrey should be an All-Pro. Brandon Aubrey should be fuck a Pro Bowl. Brandon Aubrey should be an All-Pro kicker. All-Pro kicker. Hey, gang, it feels wonderful. It feels wonderful to have a consistent kicker. It feels wonderful, man. Again, I pray that he's able to hold on and continue to kick with this consistency for the remainder of the regular season, and he carries that over into the playoffs and the Super Bowl, of course. But yeah, I'm happy right now. Like, I love it. I'm rooting for him to get his All-Pro selection. I'm rooting for him to get his Pro Bowl selection. But I just need to make sure he does in the playoffs too, because we're a playoff team. If you look at our remaining schedule, we already have 5 wins. We play the Commanders twice. We should be able to win those games. We play the Giants again. We should be able to win that game. We play the Carolina Panthers, who only have 1 win on the season. We should be favored in all 4 of those games. And then everything else, even the games that are 50-50, we should win those 4 games. And all the good teams, we probably split those games. You're looking at a team that should win about 12, 13, 14 games. Like, you're a playoff team. You're a playoff team. So we need to be thinking about the future and the playoffs. He said kicking is big mentally, of course. Yeah, Miami, Buffalo. Even if you don't sweep them boards, you should win one of them. If you don't beat Miami, you should beat Buffalo. If you don't beat Buffalo, you should beat Miami. You know what I mean? You should win one of those games. So all the remaining good teams, you should at least split with them. You should beat all the bad teams you got left, and you should split, with the other. Hey, man, I'm just saying. I feel real good, man. You might go on a run. Yeah, there's only like 11 games left. There's only like 11. How many games we got left? We played 7. Oh, we got 10 games left. We had an early ass bye. So we got 10 games left. You should win about 6 of them bitches. Honestly, like you should win at least 6 of them. 6, 7. Yeah, Buffalo gonna be cold. So yeah, you only got 10 games left. I know 4 you should win for sure. You should sweep the Commanders. You should beat the Giants again. You definitely should beat the shit out of the Panthers. So yeah, so you should so 10 games left. I know 4 for sure wins. I feel like we should be able to beat Detroit in Dallas. It's a home game that should give us the advantage. You should be able to beat the Eagles at home. You know what I'm saying? And then hell, if you mess around, you do beat the Eagles in Philadelphia, it's over with. Like it's over with. You're a monster. You would have earned the 1 seed at that point. Go to Philadelphia, beat them in Philadelphia. Nah, like you can't sleepwalk, but at the same time, this is a team that lost to the Giants. Sam Howell is the most sacked quarterback in the National Football League. Hey, T said slap the shit out the Eagle content creator. I should reach out and see about getting one on here. It is Eagles week, so we should go out there. We should have put 50 on them today, Calvin. But hey, everybody, y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share button on the way into the liquor store, man. You know, we've been on here talking about all the good. There's plenty, like I said, there's plenty of time to talk about the bad and the ugly because, hey, we got time. Like we got a week to clean shit up before we play the Eagles. But let's hear from Mike McCarthy. Like Jerry Jones said some shit. I'm not even studying Jerry Jones. He be double talking too much for me, so I'm not even finna bring up Jerry Jones. I'm not finna bring Jerry Jones up at all. He said it's our week. Hey, they are the ones that printed up shirts, so you're all right, my boy. Hey, Choctaw, we went crazy, boy. We went crazy, Choctaw. But hey, I'm glad you're able to join us. So yeah, Jerry Jones got a post-game interview. This man don't coach. He don't do shit but sell us dreams and lies. So I'm gonna play Mike McCarthy stuff. So we just watched Dak Prescott's post-game interview. He had great things to say. We did great. We were exceptional. So now I'm gonna play this Mike McCarthy one for us, man. So, and we should win 12 games this year too. If I'm being honest, we already up to 5 wins, 10 games left. I can really see us winning 7 of them. Jerry Jones says too much. Now Jerry Jones says no trade. We'll probably mess around or have a trade done by tomorrow. This man don't know what the hell. This man just be saying shit. He just be talking. And I know for the most part he just be talking, but he be getting on my nerves. He gets on my nerves, man. He like that older family member you love them to death, but they getting senile. Jerry Jones getting senile at this point, man. He be double talking his ass off, man. Cause y'all remember the last interview, man. He said he would have to have somebody call him about a trade, and in the same interview, he turned around and said, "I would reach out and make my team better." Like, what? Jerry, calm down, man. Hey, man. Well, let's go ahead. Hey, man, let's go ahead and see what the boy Mike McCarthy got to say.
Okay, David.
David Moore, Dallas Morning News. You've spoken before about the importance of holding your home field and what that means to a team. And 11 straight now, which equals a franchise record. Just today's game and just in general, what you've been able to do at home here.
Well, I mean, the whole thing. I mean, if you get here early, guys were here a little extra early today. Locker room was full, energy was great, and then to be honest with you, national anthems played, and I thought our home crowd was unbelievable at the kickoff. I mean, there's not too many noon games where you see the crowd, the towels, the whole 10 yards. So, and I think really from that start into the performance of the team, the complimentary football in the first half was excellent. All 3 phases, contribute. Obviously with the turnovers, the pick six, the block punt, Offense didn't punt. So, I mean, it's a great start. And, you know, in the Versa football team that we had a tremendous amount of respect for, you know, for what they put on video. You know, we felt they were playing very well coming in here. So, very good win for us. And just going back to some of the things we talked about during the course of the week, you know, as a coach, you love these kind of weeks because, you know, not only did you win a game, but you took a step, you know, just because of the Monday extra work, and practice was really good. Our young guys are getting better, you know, and it's just, you know, it's all part of the growth you're looking for. But it does push us to 5-2, and you know, winning at home is really one of the oldest formulas in pro football. You know, if you take care of your home turf, you know, you win your home games, you know, you're going to probably be where you want to be at the end of the year.
Tim Calishaw, Dallas Morning News. I know one of the plays didn't count because of a penalty, but you're watching the game start and Dak has sacked 3 of the first 4 plays.
Yeah.
What is going through your mind at that point?
Well, it's tested my game plan. So definitely, you know, we wanted to come out and tilt more towards the passing game starting out, and then I definitely have the 2 sacks in the first three plays. But you know, we stayed the course. Our guys stayed the course, and that's part of it. And that's the beauty of winning and still having plenty to correct. Just, you know, speaking with Dan briefly before I come in here, you know, pretty much had the same conversation. You know, we have a lot to work on, and that's a good place to be after a significant victory.
Ed Werder, ESPN. CeeDee had a career high 12 catches today. He and Dak have been virtually unstoppable the last couple of weeks. What are you seeing evolve there between those two?
Well, I mean, you can clearly see the connection. Obviously, you know, started last year, but you know, just the off season, you know, these guys have spent a tremendous amount of time together. You know, the one touchdown throw was a new wrinkle. You know, and just, you know, you don't have that kind of patience as a quarterback unless you truly trust, you know, the receiver at the top of the stem there. And, you know, and it was a tight window throw too. So those goes, you know, and hopefully it just keeps going too. But, you know, we obviously know that, you know, people are going to continue to try to double him and tilt towards him, and the importance of moving him around. But, yes, Dak and CeeDee are definitely connected and, you know, had a big day today.
Mike, you and the players always get questions from us about what is your team's identity. This is the 4th win of by 20 or more points in 7 games. Does this speak to the complementary football and getting out to early leads and just kind of building on what it is you do best over the course of it?
I mean, when you look at just the way our team's laid out, I mean, there's big play potential. So, I mean, you got to build that into, you know, the normal flow of how you want to attack games. But the identity is complementary football. You know, you got to be able to run it when you have to run it, throw it when you have to throw it, and no different on defense. You know, we know that people are going to attack us, you know, through our run defense, and just because of our ability to take the football away and pass rush. And, you know, I just love what John Fossil's doing with the special teams also. You know, this is as young as we've been on special teams since I've been here. So, you know, they stepped up big today. You know, obviously Terp had another huge return. It was, you know, an unnecessary penalty there. But so, you know, we're improving. And when you improve and you have growth, most importantly when you win, you know, that's what it's all about, because you got to stack success and, you know, the ability to have those. And you know, I've talked about this earlier in the week. You know, to have 4 out of 6 at home, we got to make sure we take care of these home games. And I just love the way they came. I love the way they practiced. It was nice to have an excellent week of preparation and, you know, fulfill it and rewarded with an excellent victory today.
Elwin Henderson, Gilmer, Mike, obviously we know what Brandon Aubrey means to this team, but you get the drive down there, it looks like you're going to get a touchdown, you have to go for the field goal, 58-yard field goal, he nails it. How big is that for this team, knowing you've got a shot at points that far out?
I mean, it's huge. I mean, it's huge for the football team. It's huge for the, you know, for the offense to, you know, you can be more aggressive. So no, because I mean, obviously he kicked that field goal after a sack, you know, and we were actually in 4-down territory mode there on the sack. So that's the kind of resilience and the kickback you have to have, and that's all part of that complementary football formula. You know, the special teams picks up for the offense there. So yeah, excellent kick. He's really stroking the ball at a very high level right now.
Mike, at the bye, what was your view of the offense through?
Hey, salute to my boy Roster X for signing in and showing love, man. Thank you for rocking with your boy.
Well, I mean, when we looked at the offense during the bye, I think it's just like everything. You really chew down on it and take a lot of the situational football out of it, because, you know, obviously with these big victories, I'm just, we didn't punt until we got the 4-minute offense here at the end. So you have to look through that. So and just focus on the direction you want to go forward. So our statistics, and I thought the analytics department did a really nice job on their deep dive. And one of the things that come out of it was, we didn't start very fast last year. And we were actually, from a production standpoint, further ahead. So I think it's just like anything. Statistics are excellence, the analytics part's excellence, but just really stay true to the video and make sure we're giving these guys opportunities. We definitely came in here today and felt like we needed to tilt the game more to the passing game with, when we felt these guys were, excellent in the pass rush area. And, and as you asked earlier, the question on how it started. So I think it's just trying to grow the offense, grow the defense, all the way through. And like I said, this has been a great week because, just the amount of work that we got done with the players, the extra work, and then with the excellent reward today with the win.
Hey, Mike, Garrett Podell, CBS Sports. CeeDee Lamb had a career high, 12 catches, 158 yards. He was vocal about his role in the offense. How much of an emphasis was there to get him involved early, and what have you seen from him since he made those comments?
I mean, CeeDee's been the number one receiver here the last 2 years. So, I mean, the focus is, obviously to keep moving him around. The question earlier about the connection that him and Dak have. So, and that's all part of it.
Mike, you've scored in all 3 phases for the second time in a game. What does it say about your ability to put points on the board no matter what group's on the field?
Well, yeah, I mean, to me, that's all part of the big play production that we talk about. When you look at our roster and, you decide who you want to be and how you want to play, we have a number of individuals we feel that can make big plays, throughout all 3 phases. So, that definitely has to show up in the scheme development and the play calling. So, and that's the way we go about it, but, also we got to be cleaner in certain areas. I mean, we're going to watch the tape tonight, and there's going to be things that, you're going to have to clean
In my
up.
opinion,
So,
roster, complementary football is good situational football.
So speak to the decision you
I'll
had to
talk
make
more
with
in depth
Tyron
on that
today.
after the clip.
Yeah, it was a medical decision, yeah. I mean, he worked out, and the medical staff decided that he wasn't ready to go.
So just following up on that, he was close. It truly did go down, and just see how his pregame was, and any early word on the Doga and just what he's dealing with here.
Yeah, Doga has the ankle, so that's all I really have right now. So I mean, I know he was going to get, the X-rays and so forth. I don't have that information right now. But yeah, but Tyron, Tyron was suited up. I mean, he was one of the first guys here today. So, I mean, he was ready to go. So, but, going through the examination, that medical staff decided that he was not ready.
This is the second time
Good,
this year,
Isaiah
Tyron,
Long.
you kinda
Terrell
went through the
Bigelow,
week
hey, let me
expecting him
know
to play,
something.
And then was unable to on game day. Have you just reconciled yourself that where he is in his career, this is something you may deal with every week?
Yeah, definitely have to. I mean, I think it's just like anything. I mean, we're fortunate to have veterans that are long in the tooth that'll play a lot of football for us at a high level. So you do have to recognize that, especially when you get to this point in the season. And we have a vet select group, on Wednesdays because of that. So yeah, definitely. I mean, it's even if he wasn't injured, he wouldn't be practicing on Wednesday again. So. But yeah, that's all part of it, and we got to do a better job. Make sure he has all these guys have a good plan. Get through the week and get ready to play on Sunday.
How special is this, Mike, to get the big win with DeMarcus Ware going in the Ring of Honor?
Oh, that's cool. Got to see DeMarcus here for pregame, and obviously a huge day for him, and just to honor an incredible career. So, yeah, anything we could add to that is a blessing.
Would you say your team is where you want it to be going in to play the Eagles next week in Philadelphia?
Yeah, I like where we are. Yes, I mean, I like where we are. It's who's next is irrelevant, and frankly. I mean, we could talk probably more about that Wednesday, but yes, I think like anything, you have a goal to improve coming out of a bye week. You spend a little extra time that you have. It was productive.
Gallo got 2
but
catches.
it's just like any good week of preparation. The application of Sunday is which is most important because, there's been good weeks of prep that didn't go very well on Sunday, and there's been not so good weeks of prep that have gone well on Sunday. So it's nice just to see our guys from start to finish just these last 7 days. So definitely something we could build off of, and obviously we'll start tomorrow. We'll look forward to Philadelphia.
Like Deron Bland, 3 pick sixes this year, franchise record. What's unique about his ability to create those opportunities?
He's super instinctive, great ball skills, so consistent for a young player. I mean, just think about what he's done not only this year but last year. So he's going to play a long time.
Good.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Hey, fuck the Eagles. But hey, they ain't no listen. We gonna have to stop acting like we're not the Dallas Cowboys in these games. Like every game that we play is huge for the other person. There's already added pressure just from our brand when we play these other teams. When we play these other teams, there's already added pressure, added eyeballs, and everything else. Everything else. So we don't need to put any added pressure on ourselves because they already, hype the games up, make it bigger than what it actually is. So I like the mindset, Mike McCarthy. It don't matter who's next. Who's next is irrelevant because everybody's gonna get their best shot against the Dallas Cowboys any damn way. Everybody gonna be watching Dallas Cowboys game any damn way. It don't matter. And hey, Michael Gallup was the number 2 option, was the number 4 option because Brandon Cooks, CeeDee Lamb were the primary 2 wide receivers that they should be, and they should have been the entire year. Dalton Schultz is tight end number 1 was the 3rd option, and then Michael Gallup slid in, and that's best. That's best. I think Jake Ferguson is a bigger matchup and a better target against these linebackers in the scenes and everything else than Michael Gallup is in his matchups against these other corners. I think that he is a better matchup. Hey, Mr. Richburg, what's up with you, man? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store, brother. I'm glad you were able to make it in, man. Salute to you. I'm glad you were able to catch us, man. So, yeah, that was Mike McCarthy, talking about the game plan. Texas Coast looked much better, man. Texas Coast looked exceptional. They look exceptional to me. And listen, man, hey, we got some more folks coming down the pipeline. We got CeeDee Lamb post-game interview. We got Micah Parsons in his full line outfit, right? Micah Parsons also said who gonna tell him not to wear it because he's Micah effing Parsons, right? So, hey, we got some more stuff coming down the pipeline. So you just now coming in. We'll rock out a little bit longer. I don't really care about this Sunday night game. But I'm gonna go ahead and watch. We'll go ahead and watch this CeeDee Lamb interview together. But real quick though, I said I would give my opinion on what complimentary football is. Complimentary football is really, just great situational football, right? But it's situational football played from both sides of the ball, right? So boom, 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 boom. So let's say the offense comes out and they score on the opening drive, right? You score on the opening drive. What is good complimentary football in that scenario? Offense goes out and scores on the opening drive. Keeping the opposing offense out of the end zone so that when the offense gets the ball back, they still have a lead to play with. That's good complimentary football, right? So boom. Offense goes out, scores a touchdown. You either A, keep them from scoring at all, or B, hold them to a field goal, get a turnover. That is good complimentary football in that sense. Or let's go to another scenario, like what happened in the 49ers game. Offense put together a 11-play drive, cut the lead down from, to 14-7, right? 1 possession game. Good complimentary football would have been for the defense to go out there and get a stop and get the ball back to the offense, right? That's good complimentary football, not allowing a touchdown after that. Or the offense controlling the clock, right? Putting together a long-ass drive. We put together a 9-possession. We put together a 9-minute drive this game after the defense gave up 10 consecutive points. They gave up a field goal. They gave up 14 points. They gave up a touchdown at the end of the first half, and then they gave up a touchdown on the opening drive of the second half. Offense came in, put together a 9-minute drive that ate up the entirety of the third quarter, and then they kicked field goals. Hey, they asked the question about what complementary football was. I gave examples, right? Defense gave up some points. Offense helped them out, put together a drive to pretty much put the game away. So that's what I believe complementary football is. Y'all can disagree with my definition, but in my opinion, that's it. It's just really good situational football from both units. Good situational football from both units is my opinion of what that is. He said, remember, at first the offense had to go through Zeke and Pollard. Now it goes through Lamb. As it should. Lamb is your best offensive weapon. It needs to go through him. And listen, we're winning games without a running game. I don't want that to continue to be the trend. I want us to figure it out. I want us to be able to put the ball in the belly of the running back to end some of these games because, it's very safe, very efficient. Doesn't lead to a lot of stress, right? But hey, they gotta respect it. Yeah, like you said, Freight Train. Make sure that CeeDee Lamb is the guy on the hot route. If you're being blitzed. What's up, Candy? Hey, you're never too late. We're still rocking. We got a little time left. We finna watch a clip from CeeDee Lamb. We finna watch CeeDee Lamb's post-game interview, and we're gonna have ourselves a good time, man. Hey, he said Ohio State winning games without a running game. Hey, dog. Hey, matter of fact, Choctaw, you are the expert on Ohio State. You send me, like, before the offseason comes up, you send me a list of names, from Ohio State I need to look after. I know about Marvin Harrison Jr. I've already scouted him, but you should send me some names of Ohio State players, and we'll take a look at them for Cowboys College next year. So let's go ahead and take a look at CeeDee Lamb, man. We got a little 6-minute interview. Post-game interview from the boy CeeDee Lamb. He's very happy, right? Most targets and catches in his career this game. He said Henderson had 140 games. We had a running game. Oh, he said I had a okay. Said we should bring in Fournette. Listen, I'm the type of guy, I'm throwing anything and everything at a problem I feel that we have. I'm throwing anything and everything at whatever problem I perceive that we have. But let's go ahead and take a look at this CeeDee Lamb interview, and then I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm probably gonna have to depart from him after this. So let's take a look at CeeDee Lamb, what my boy said, and then we're gonna probably close down the doors to the liquor store until further notice. But here's CeeDee. Here's that boy CeeDee Lamb. And then, we'll reconvene. But I wouldn't mind bringing Fournette in. I wouldn't mind. I really think most of our issues are actually blocking. I think blocking is more of an issue than anything. Most yards, I don't know. Let me see. CeeDee Lamb career high in yards. Yeah. The 158 yards was his career high in a game. That was his career high in a game. So the 12 catches and the yardage were both career highs. Hey, great catch. We love numbers in the liquor store. All right, let me go ahead and turn off my elevator music for a little bit. Shit, they ain't got nothing to lose. I go deep too.
Fresh, including yours.
Absolutely. Coming off the bye, we knew we had an advantage, and we came out striking. That was the goal.
Could you talk about your second touchdown catch? Because you were wide open, and that play seemed to come just for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, it wasn't a bit scheduled. Dak did a great job of, scrambling in the pocket, playing above the 2.3. And then I did my best of being open and staying open. So
Were you surprised that the Rams?
Hold on, I want to just pause there real quick. Remember what he said? He said playing above the 2.3. Like that 2.3 comes up every time. You heard Dak Prescott talk about it. You heard Mike McCarthy talk about it. You just heard CeeDee Lamb talk about it. So playing above the 2.3, that means after the initial play breaks down, the play supposed to be over after the first 2.3. The ball should be out at that point. If you have to go to the second phase to the scramble drill, know your job, get open, make yourself a ready target for your quarterback. So I just wanted to pause there for a second and just mention he also spoke about the 2.3. So as we know, ball should be out in 2.3 seconds in this offense. If not, then the scramble drill is there, Dak. But let's continue. Let's start it over slightly.
I did my best of being open and staying open. So,
were you surprised that the Rams? You guys were so explosive against the Rams.
Not necessarily surprised because that's what we're looking for. Week in and week out. That's how we should play, and that's just more of a stepping stone to what's to come.
Very good. Thanks, CD.
Thank you.
We talk about times when things click, like you want them to. Did that first half feel like this Texas Coast offense finally really clicked like you wanted to?
Yeah, absolutely. And once again, I got started early, and it kind of opened up the offense for us and giving us, everything open, and just giving us the ability to call any play with no restrictions. I feel like that's when we're at our best, playing fast and making plays.
The success you've been able to have with Dak, the completion percentage between the two of you, with everyone targeting, stopping you, how have you been able to do it so?
Staying open, man. That's all I can do. And at my position, he's relying on me and I'm relying on him. So the best, we built the trust, coming in this year 3 together. Well, 4, dang, I'm getting old.
2020 was a blur.
Woo. But it's year 4 together, a lot of banked reps. It's huge, honestly. Just getting the game early, you want to get the defense on their heels. Obviously, they're going to be focusing on me, so give them a reason to focus on me, and then I want all my guys to explode.
It's a San Francisco game they asked you about what's the identity of the offense, and you say you wasn't sure. So the last 2 weeks, you know what the identity of the offense is now?
We're explosive and physical. And I say that with full ability and capability. I know what we can do week in and week out, and we can definitely take the top off of defense.
So you have important complementary football where, Duran's pick 6, and the block kick, and then your touchdown, just all 3 phases working together at that moment.
That's ideal football. When all 3 phases of the ball score, I feel like that's a great day for the team. You know what I'm saying? And in this case, it's for us. So once again, complementary football is priority number 1, and always stand on each other and playing for each other.
What can you say about Dak's resilience? I mean, the start, he gets taken down 3 times in the first 4 plays. And then
Thunder Wind, what's up, my boy? They were tapping in with him.
Speaks a lot of him, very resilient group. I know we say it a lot, but that's
facts,
one
Bigelow.
Also, another
we bootlegging on a
our
Sunday.
Identities. Just being able to, bounce back from hardships and staying focused. Everybody got a reason, but we need a why, and Dak is our why.
Career high receptions and receiving yards. You take anything away from that?
Not necessarily. Great football. Shout out to Dak. Shout out to the OC.
You guys were riding high after the Patriots win heading into the Niners week. You guys didn't work out. How can you make this different?
Playing our football, playing our game. Forgetting about what happened 3 weeks ago and staying the course.
CD, you obviously have that Dak, but for him to trust Jake Ferguson the way that he has as Jake kind of learns his new role and then has the game that he does, how important is that from a quarterback and a tight end?
Amazing. Tight end is always the quarterback's best friend, whether you like it or not. And Ferg is definitely stepping in that role, and I love that for him because he's becoming himself. He's making his own identity and his ability to make plays, break tackles, and get extra yards. Love it.
CD, I've seen it, but it seems that you need to slide. It really brings him down. What's it about being in that sloppy motion?
I did more damage outside this week and last week. I'm not a slot receiver. I'm a receiver.
Right, but they're putting you all over the field. But there are times when you are in the slot, it seems as if is a bigger disadvantage?
Absolutely. Just being available once again, running my route as fast as I can, doing my 111, and ultimately that's how I pay off. Very satisfying. It proves in my ability, proves that I trust in myself, and it also proves that my team trusts in me. So I appreciate that for them, love that for me, and we got to keep building.
How much of the improvements in the offense the last few weeks do you think is just more reps, time on task, versus like tweaks and changes that you guys are making?
Staying on schedule, being us, not necessarily letting the defense dictate our plays or players, staying available, staying healthy, and going out and playing fast.
How much also of the conversations you guys had to have in the extra film work to say, hey, what are we not doing to get this thing going?
We needed that. Across the hall was huge, hearing it from a defensive perspective, and understanding how we see in the game. We always need a different POV because the way we see it is the way we see it, right? But, you know, POV is very important, and our defensive coaches did a great job of, letting us know what we needed.
You remember the last time you were part of such a onslaught that you guys had from 7-3 to 26-3 in such a short period of time?
Indiana,
Okay.
home, maybe. Think, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, so that was the boy CeeDee, man. CeeDee to TD, I like that shit. He said this is Jalen Johnson scouting game. Man, I don't want to get my hopes up, man. I don't want to get my hopes up. But yeah, man. We've been on here for 2 hours though, man. We heard from CeeDee Lamb, we heard from Dak, we heard from Mike McCarthy. We looked at some numbers. We talked about, some of the good things schematically that they did. Matter of fact, I am ready. This is some all 22 I am ready for, man. This is some all 22 film I cannot wait for. Hey, salute to my boy Heist for the $5 super chat, man. And hey, they got you a raffle entry, by the way, my guy. He said, great content, Henny liquor store open on a Sunday. Man, we rocking out, man. I think I'm gonna start come up with a name for my Sunday show, man. I'm gonna have to call it like Sunday bootlegging or something. I don't want to call it Sunday communion because I ain't trying to get the good Lord mad at me. I ain't trying to blaspheme on my mistake, so I'm gonna leave that one alone. Hey, they got Travis Kelce looking crazy on that damn picture. My wife just can't show me a meme. They got Travis Kelce looking pressed. Oh, Jesus. He said Sunday sipping, man. He said I can't help but drink the Kool-Aid, even though some has been. Hey, that Jim Jones Kool-Aid had you never waking up, man. Oh my God. Hey, thank you, Big Benny Rich. But yeah, man, I'm gonna call it a night, call it a day. Let me turn the elevator music back on for these final moments. It's not the liquor store without the elevator music. They would make it a little liquory. I think the elevator music helped us get drunk a little bit faster. What's up, Rico Jones? Hey man, we're finna close the door to the liquor store. I appreciate everybody that showed love, rocked with us. Just came in and indulged us, man. But we've been on here for 2 hours and some change. It was great to talk to y'all, man. I'm finna go lay up and look crazy with my old lady. Like I said, it is our anniversary tomorrow. So God bless y'all, good people. God bless. And I will holler at y'all. Probably ain't gonna holler at y'all anytime soon, right? Tomorrow. But I am gonna get at y'all, man. God bless, and I'm gonna holler at y'all.